The Sony a6500 shoots 4K at 100 megabits per second. The new Fujifilm X-H1 shoots 4K at 200 megabits per second. The new DJI Mavic Air shoots 4K at 100 megabits per second. All of these devices are beginning to shoot higher quality, higher bitrate video in 4K. And this means that if you want to edit all of this 4K footage without creating proxy files mobily, you need a capable laptop. What's up guys, it is Mitchell, and in today's video, I'm gonna simply break down my current editing rig. You guys see the videos I make. I do videos about the gear I use to make them, but I've never done a video about my editing setup. So I'm gonna go ahead and run through this briefly. I'll have Amazon links to everything that I use. I'm going to explain why each item is something that I currently use, and let's just jump right into it. Now, at the heart of all of this is my laptop, and I have had this laptop for a little while. It has served me really, really well. I'm considering actually selling it to upgrade to the new Xiaomi Mi Book Pro with the Core i7, the 8th gen, and the MX150. If you guys think that'd be an upgrade to my current setup, let me know. But my current laptop is a Dell XPS 9560. It's got the Core i7 7700 HQ. It's got 32 gigs of RAM, which I installed aftermarket. I believe it's Corsair Ripjaw DDR4 gaming RAM, or RAM that's just clocked higher, at 2400 megahertz. I have a 4K touchscreen display. The computer has a 97 kilowatt hour battery, and this is just the configuration that I have mine in. It cost me a little over $2,000, and so far it's held up to abuse really well. Now, the peripherals, let's break them down. I edit all of my video off of an external SSD. Now, if you are doing video editing, editing off of an external drive is the best option. If something happens to your computer, you still have access to the data. Some people will edit off of conventional mechanical drives, but because of using the external drive that I have as a scratch disk, I prefer using either a USB Type-C or a USB 3.0 solid state drive. And the solid state drive that I have chosen is the Western Digital My Passport SSD. It gets me read and write speeds of about 300. It's a little bit over that in regards to read and write when it's connected via USB 3.0. When I connect it via USB-C, it's a little bit faster than that. And I've had this drive now for 6.5 months, and it has performed flawlessly. I absolutely love it. An added benefit of editing off of an external SSD is that all of the heat that is generated from the reading and writing on that drive is actually kept outside of your computer. So if you're in a hot tropical environment, such as Southeast Asia, doing so is really beneficial to your overall CPU temps. Now, the USB Type-C cable that the Western Digital drive came with was okay, but I love Anker products and I love Anker cables, and I upgraded the cable that I have to a USB 3.0 cable, and that cable is the one that gets the majority of the use. The reason why is that the USB Type-C port on the XPS 15 is not as durable, it feels like, as the USB Type-C ports on other devices I have, but the Anker cable is a must-have. They make different lengths to them, and I'll link down below to the one that I have. You can also double and use this cable if you have to recharge your phone and your phone's USB Type-C, so if you're traveling, it's one less cable to bring. Now, the Western Digital My Passport. Now, I use the conventional 4 terabyte My Passport external drives to save all my data on. And what I mean is that I use my Western Digital SSD as my working drive. And the only time that I plug in my conventional spinning hard drives into my laptop is when I want to go ahead and transfer a set of files from the SSD to the external hard drive. So I probably only use these conventional drives once a week, and I'll go ahead and I will batch move stuff from the SSD to the conventional hard drive. I know I should be backing these drives up, or they should be in RAID. Unfortunately, I don't have the funds for that right now, and the fact that these drives more or less never get used is enough reassurance to me to go ahead and not really worry about backing them up. Besides, Everything that's already on these drives has already been published online, and if something were to happen to the data, it's not the end of the world for me. The next device on this list is actually a bit more recent one, and that is the Xiaomi Mi Mouse. It's the portable Mi Mouse. It's really cool. It takes AAA batteries, and it uses either Bluetooth or a 2.4 gigahertz wireless connection to pair with any of your devices. It's small, it's lightweight, it's got great battery life. Finally, the last part of this is the keyboard. Now, this keyboard is far from a great keyboard. I'm considering actually changing the current setup around. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. But it's actually a really old Logitech Bluetooth Android tablet specific keyboard. It uses 4 AAA batteries, and so far the battery life on it's been great. It doubles as a keyboard to go ahead and not have to type on the weird position that my computer is put at when I use my next peripheral, being the Neck Stand. Now, the Neck Stand is a device that most digital nomads are familiar with, and it raises your PC to a more ergonomic height. Okay, so I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. It's a little peek inside my virtual portable office. And until next time, it has been Mitchell Millennial coming to you from Hanoi, Vietnam. Peace.